Hey, Heart Nation. That's the name for our group. I am your host, Carla of Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration. And Heart Nation is going to be our name. So I usually say, hey, fam. I'm going to be saying, hey, Heart Nation now. And I have made it to the gym. Yay! I was keeping my grandkids and they actually put me to sleep, LOL. So when I woke up, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm late. But I did have a long day at work and it was refreshing to get that nap in. So please forgive me. Some of you all are probably like, well, I was trying to hurry up and get my activity in so I could take a nap. So I do apologize for being late. So this is day 4, guys, of our 10-day challenge, our 10-day walk challenge. We are on day 4. I am so excited. Heart Nation, we are doing it. Yes, give yourselves a hand. Whether you've been hanging out with me for 4 days or 1 day or 2 days, whatever the case may be, I am so glad that you're here. I'm so glad. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Heart Nation. I am so glad that you are here. Doesn't matter when you started, just matters that you're here today. So, just a few reminders. If you haven't checked in with your doctor to see if you can be moving and walking, getting some exercise in, please do. You know, I don't know everything that may be going on in your life, so you just want to check that out to be sure. So, I wanted to talk to the family, to the Heart Nation today about the upcoming Martin Luther King holiday. So today is Friday, January 17th, 2025. And this coming Monday is Martin Luther King National Holiday that we observe it, right? And so how many of you, your jobs or your schools, or if you're an employer, do you all observe Martin Luther King holiday? I'm just interested. Put it in the chat. Let's see. My experience has been some employers do, some employers don't observe it. Some offer it as optional. So always interested to see what people do. And also, as we're walking, just getting warmed up. Yes, I was up stretching before I made my way up the stairs in the gym. And so remember, on this 10-day walk challenge, you do not have to walk a certain amount of distance, a certain milestone. You can walk in place, you can dance, you can do sit-ups, you can play basketball, you can be on the treadmill, whatever it is you want to do. It's up to you. This objective is to just get moving. We just want to get moving. And I don't know about you all, but this has been so good for me. It has prompted me to get up and get out. So, especially if you work from home. I don't know how many of you work from home, but if you do work from home, drop a 1 in the chat and say, yeah, I work from home. You know, this is something that you want to do. You got to do this if you work from home. I'm just speaking for myself. And as I talk to more people, they say the same thing. They like working from home. Some days you will find yourself staying in the house for like 3 days straight because you're working from home. How many of you know that when you work from home, a lot of times you may start earlier, you may work later, and you're on that computer all day. And my beautiful daughter, Ryan, she's always encouraging me, Ma, get up, get out and stretch your legs. And so sometimes it seems like that computer can have a spell on you, doesn't it? It's like you just like have a spell on you where you can't get up. You're like, oh, I don't feel like it. I don't want to, and you're stuck in a house and just before you know it, It's already 7 in the evening, and you're still in the house. You haven't moved. You moved from the computer, from your home workstation to the bed, watching TV, or to eating. And so it's easy to do, especially since COVID. A lot of people have been working from home since COVID, and it's easy to do. And so my daughter is always encouraging me, get up and out. So one way to get up and out is to walk your dog if you have a pet. Of course, you can walk your dog, get out and just stretch your legs, get up. Even if you don't have a pet, you can get up, stretch your legs, do some do some stretches, running, walking in place, or just walking back and forth to your bathroom, to your kitchen, whatever you got to do to stretch those legs and move around. You can do stretches at your desk, you know, stretching. I don't know if you can see me stretching, but you can do that at your desk, do some neck circles, you know, and my husband is always saying hand exercise is important. So I find it's true, especially working from home. If you're on a computer all day, you want to do some hand stretching too, and just really be intentional about your mindfulness in your body. Okay, so yes, it's great working from home, but you also got to reap the benefits for yourself. So get up and get stretched, right? So also, if you're retired and you're at home and you're not working as much, or doing things because you're not retired. Some people are super busy, some people are not. But even if you find yourself like, oh, what can I do? Just get up and move. Stretch. Just get up and move. Doesn't matter, even if you're just going up and down the stairs. Get up and move, okay? Now, some of you it's harder because you may be going through an injury, you might be healing, and so you might have limited movement, right? You may say, I'm on bed rest, or I can't do anything. So those things you want to be mindful of. But also see if there's some things you can do. Can you be in a chair and do some foot exercises, arm exercises? Can you be on the side of your bed? Because even if you're on bed rest, you have to get over to the bathroom, right? Most times. So can you still just do the slightest movements in the bed to help your core stay tight or not get flaccid? Can you do just arm exercises? Can you just do arm exercises so that your arms can stay strong in order to support yourself? So there's some things that you can do even if you have restricted movement, okay? But talk to your doctor about it, right? But just those are some ideas, okay? That you can feel empowered, okay? For ladies, you can do Kegel exercises. Kegel exercises are where you're squeezing that muscle, like when you have to go to the restroom, and instead of going, you hold it. So you can do that. You can do Kegel exercises. That helps your core as well. So again, there's some different things you can do. So Deborah says, I like to reflect the memory. I like the reflection on the ministry of Martin Luther King, how it impacted our country. I do too. Thank you for sharing that, Deborah. I, it's not a Black person's holiday. It's not, you know, people who are woke, quote unquote, it's not their holiday. It's America's holiday. Martin Luther King impacted this entire country. Hello. So it's a country impact that he had on all of us, on all of our lives today. So I hope that you are going to remember his legacy in some type of way on this weekend and years to come and days to come, weeks to come. That's just the day that it's being recognized and celebrated. But his birthday was actually January 15th. And so just do some things. If you don't know about him or some of the work that he's done, just look it up. Everyone knows that I have a dream speech, and that's great. But he did so much more. He said so much more. And so we are all a product of Martin Luther King Jr. And also, I'm so excited that I get to have that day off. So this coming weekend, I am going to be going live earlier. And I may go live more than once a day. Because as I was reflecting today, thank you, Ryan, for saying I inspired her. You inspired me. But as I was reflecting today, and I was walking the dog, and I was walking with the grandkids, I am just trying to make an intentional movement among myself to get up and out more. It's just been really great. And I'm like, I could really be going live more with Heart Nation so that others who, may want to join earlier, may want to join later, they can do that. Of course, the YouTube video is always available for the replay. And so on this day 4 of our walk challenge, don't forget, if you post your pictures of your activity onto my Facebook page at Carla's Channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration, then you can be entered to win a $10 gift card. Yay! $10 gift card for a 10-day walk challenge. And so you like and follow my pages and post something every day. I have a link there where you can post a comment, and that could be your picture. So go ahead and post there. I love to see your pictures, and I want to see your views. If you're walking outside or whatever you got going on, some people may not be able to go outside. It may be snowing out, it may be unsafe out. All those different factors play a part, right? They play a part in you getting out and exercising. But don't let it stop you, okay? If you can't get outside for whatever reason, don't let it stop you from moving inside your home, in your room, in place. There's so much that you can do in place. We talked about the stretching, we talked about bending, doing toe touches, whatever it is that you can do, just do something. And so I would love to give away those gift cards because I just want to empower people. So as we are walking, it's at 5 after the top of the hour now, and we're gonna go about 3 more minutes, and then we're gonna be done with this day 4. Can you believe it? Tomorrow, we're halfway there. Yes, we're gonna be on day 5. When I tell you I am so pumped, I am so pumped. So tomorrow is Saturday. I will be going live earlier, and I may go live more than one time during the day. And I also just want to remind you that on Sunday is my regular podcast channel day. It's my regular live podcast where I will be live right here on this YouTube channel with my podcast. And my guest this week, this Sunday, is Coach Erin James, and she is a life coach, mental health counselor, coach for first responders. Okay, she was a former Australian police officer in Australia, and her husband is a captain of the fire department. And so she has a lot of experience with talking to first responders, what they go through. She has a unique experience with that and providing support for them. And I really resonate with what she talks about, her mission, because I am a nurse. And so as a first responder, as a nurse who has been on the front lines, it's a different, mental health hits differently when you are a first responder. But the firefighters, the paramedics, those people who are out there on the front lines, because as a nurse in the hospital, I saw the people coming in, right? From the front, from the area where they were coming from. But so they may have been bandaged up a little bit. The sudden impact is there, and it's still it could be just as traumatic, it could be just as touching. But when you first get on scene, something has happened, and you're a police officer, firefighter, paramedic, and trying to, first of all, protect yourself to see if it's a safe scene to even go to, that's front lines right there, You have to look out for your safety. And now you also have to save the person that you are there to help or help them. And that can weigh deeply on you. You know, it weighs deeply on you as, am I enough? Could I have done something differently? All of those things come into play, right, when you're a first responder. So that's why we want to talk specifically mental health with first responders. And we want to encourage first responders. You know, there's a lot of burnout can happen. But first responders, I want you to know you are valued. You are a valuable member of our society. We couldn't make it without you. Because at the end of the day, all of us can be a victim. All of us can be a victim of a tragic accident where we need the first responders' help, right? Which leads me to my next segue, talking about first responders. And we all can be first responders in a way, right? We all are bystanders if something happens, right? So if you are a bystander, you can also be a first responder sometimes because let's say I'm at the gym right now, right? But let's say someone suddenly collapses, okay? Their heart stops beating. They're in need of CPR. I am certified in CPR. I'm a certified CPR instructor. And I'm not going to just stand there and let someone collapse because that could be me. That could be you. That could be your child, your mom, your dad. And you want someone to help, right? You don't want people just standing by looking or waiting for the paramedics to get there. Do something. And you can. You can do chest compressions. So if you want to learn how to be a help to someone in a time of need, reach out to me. Let me know or contact your local CPR first aid company in your area. Learn CPR. It's not like it used to be where you have to be exact. You have to know how many breaths to give. That's fine for family and friends and things like that, or the health area. Of course, health professionals have to do that in a certain capacity, right? But people are always wondering, but I don't want to get a germ or infection or disease by helping someone. You can press on someone's chest and help them. Okay? You can do that. But you don't have to give the breaths, right? If you're out in the public, you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to. You don't have a non-rebreather mask or anything like that. You don't have to do that. But do something. Do those chest compressions, okay? So just wanted to put that out there. I encourage everyone to learn CPR so that we all can be a first responder instead of just a bystander when the time comes. But this Sunday's podcast is dedicated to first responders and their mental health. And my guest, Coach Erin Jane, she's awesome. And she has her own podcast as well. And she is a mental health life coach for first responders. I'm so excited to have her on this Sunday, January 19th, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So join in. It's going to be awesome. She's awesome. And we're just going to have a great time. So, Heart Nation, it is 11 after the hour. We have done our due diligence. Don't forget, get to moving. Doesn't matter what you do. I love being at the gym, but sometimes it's like a chore, right? I don't feel like getting up. So remember, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to walk a certain amount. You don't have to do a certain activity, exercise. It doesn't even have to be walking. You could be dancing. Turn on the TV and do a line dance or sit in place. Whatever you got to do arm exercises if you can't move, if you can't use your legs. Do something else, okay? Just don't let it stop you from moving, okay? It's the life cycle. So don't forget to like my YouTube channel, and you can go to my Facebook. So these are avenues for my podcast and ways for me to inspire and motivate others. That's my life's mission, empowering others, okay, to make this world a better place, one person at a time. So I thank you so much, and I'll be live again tomorrow. Remember, I may go live at different times, and if you see me go live, if you got those live notifications on, and you see me pop up, just pop in if you have time. If not, watch the replay and leave some comments. Let me know where you're watching from and what activities that you're doing. So Ryan and Deborah, thank you for joining. Put the activities that you are doing for your activity, and post those pictures on my Facebook page.
I want everyone to do it. I want to have a tough time giving out $10 gift cards for your activity for this 10-day walk challenge. Okay, don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to hydrate. And most importantly, don't forget to love. Love yourself and love one another. Okay, Heart Nation, that's it for us. Talk to you later. Thank you.